Biosecurity alarms were raised over the importation of traditional mats from the Pacific into New Zealand. Quarantine Niue says MAF New Zealand are keen to increase the awareness as imported mats have been found to contain live insects, seeds and other contaminants on arrival into New Zealand. It has now been officially confirmed that Niue's traditional style pandanus woven mats has also been added to that category. From this week onwards, all mats will be inspected upon arrival into New Zealand, and if live insects, seeds or other contaminants are found, they will either be re-exported, fumigated or destroyed by incineration. Quarantine New Zealand are now informing travellers who are planning to take mats into New Zealand to ensure they are thoroughly cleaned and inspected by quarantine at the airport before wrapping up to take on flight. Mats must also be declared on arrival in New Zealand and will be further inspected whether they are sent by plane or boat. Mats are also to be declared upon arrival to avoid any holdbacks, inconvenience or hefty fines in New Zealand. Nominations for the island's general elections next month is very slow according to the department in charge of the event. So far, with only 1.5 days to go, only 8 village seats have been received by the department and 5 for the common road seats. The department said it is slow compared to 3 years ago at the same time. They also want people to remember the closing date for all nominations is this Thursday, the 21st of April. The island's election date is the 7th of May. 2 incidents at a popular night spot has resulted in dire consequences for 3 young people. All 3 have been fired from their jobs after the affray on Saturday evening. 2 of the men are with an international firm working on a project for the island. One local young man has also lost his job and will likely appear in court. That is yet to be confirmed by the police department. According to the witness, it was not major, but it might as well have been, seeing the results of their unfortunate mistakes. Chief of Police Mark Chenery spoke to BCN News this afternoon to confirm that there were 2 incidents over the weekend, but police investigations are still ongoing to determine the cause and who was involved and whether charges will be laid or not. Chief Chenery also said the 2 overseas visitors working on a government project are not going to be sent back by the authorities. It will be a decision made by the company on what the penalties are for the workers. The second Niue Arts and Culture Festival with a theme Ponatoki Whalataha, Bind Together, started today with the Wangahau Niue workshop and more popular events to start on Thursday, but the official opening will not take place until Saturday during the Hikutamake Village Show Day. Even though the official opening is delayed today, many attended the workshop with positive feedback on the Niue language and its importance. Thursday's event will exhibit facets of the rock, definitely a must-see as many reflect on life on the island and the yesteryears. Good Friday starts early morning with religious consideration of Christ. The afternoon is expected to increase the island's population with the majority of festival participants' arrival. Friday afternoon, the annual blessing of the yam. Saturday, the Hikutamake Village Show Day that will host also the opening of the second Niue Arts and Cultural Festival with a packed program. This day will also see many events including the Niue Sunday School Rally in the morning. Another popular event in the first festival is the film evening with Craig Fussy and the Niue and Pacific Films, as well as another much respected talent of Diana Fuemana and her theatre productions, Birds Drama. We'll bring you more on the festival program in our future news bulletin on Thursday. Generating a better understanding and appreciation of the Niue language is the focus of a 2-day workshop that started today, an appropriate lead up to the Niue Arts and Culture Festival in celebration of Niuean treasures and heritage. In the official opening held this morning, guest speakers acknowledged that the Niuean language is an integral part of one's cultural identity and is what defines and separates us from other ethnic groups. Today's workshop opens up an opportunity for Niuean communities on the island abroad to come together and find common ground towards initiatives to maintain the Niuean language. A presentation from the Education Department also highlighted developments and milestones in the education system and efforts towards strengthening the Niuean language as their first language. Participants were also eager to share and discuss views and ways to preserve and maintain the Niuean language and its use. A comment from Dr. Colin Tukitonga was also a reminder at the dire straits the Niuean language faces, with only 1 out of 10 Niueans in New Zealand speaking their mother tongue, according to a study done in 2006. At this rate, the future of the Niuean language is definitely in the hands of its own people, and the hope now is that the Niuean community as a whole will work together to revive Wangahau Niue. First sports trials for the South Pacific Games in New Caledonia in September started yesterday with golf. According to Niue golf captain James Douglas, 24 names were entered into the trials list. However, only 11 turned up. What's interesting this year is that no overseas players will join the list. All players for the South Pacific Games will be selected from the island. The trials were complete on Thursday. However, only the top 4 players will be able to represent the island. The women's representative is also confirmed with only 1 lady to represent Niue. Sonia Tefatu will bring you the result of the trials in our future news bulletin. And to end our news bulletin for tonight, the finalists for the 2011 Polynesian Blue Pacific Music Awards have been announced. R&B group Nation Mystic is up in 4 categories. The Music Awards is in its 7th year, and Niuean group Mamti is again a finalist. Mamti o Mutalo Ululo Ta Mataefunua Trust Choir is also a finalist in the Best Pacific Gospel Album with their song from their Lolongo Tali Tokiofa Mutalo album, Niue Tau Filolongo Fa. A total of 16 artists and groups were announced by His Worship, Mayor Len Brown, and the Pacific Awards Music Trust at the University of Auckland. We wish all finalists the best at the Pacific Music Awards. And that's our news bulletin for tonight. Good evening.